Hello.
Hey Wes, how are you?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Oh, just another fun day doing what I do.
Amen to that. Likewise. Gotta do it better.
Exactly, it's a game. That's the way you have to look at it.
Yeah.
Fun. So, yeah, how was your day? Where do you want to start?
Oh, my day's going pretty good. Well, really, where I want to start is just kind of get a, because yesterday I did a lot of talking and then I didn't do enough listening. I want to get an idea of what, what I'm saying, data as a service looks like. Like, I'm not really familiar with the space. I know SaaS because obviously I did go high level white label. Um, but how do I'm trying to figure out, how the DAS system works and how do you monetize it and see if I could fit that into what I was talking about yesterday and how that works. How to kind of cross that bridge. And yeah, we had a couple of good ideas yesterday, but I'm still trying to kind of map it out and kind of figure out how to get to the finish line with it.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get right into that. Just want to copy and paste this last thing.
Hmm.
So, what you see on my screen, I was actually starting just to play around with my own version because what I'm trying to do is pre-build some lists for people. So, you're a gun club owner, interest, well,
Hmm.
maybe people want to find women who are interested. So everything that you buy from us, you can chop down any way you want and resell it.
Hmm.
Um, gun club interest. So all we're doing is basically pre-building it for the user. So now if they come in and they're messaging you like, how the hell do I find this? There's 65-year-olds in my data. They're not going clubbing. They're not going whatever. You can then come in and say, listen, man, look what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to take some time out of my day because I want to make sure you're good. I want to make sure you're making some money. So come in for them and 50-50 right down the line. So now anything that you buy and it's on your white label, those users can actually filter it specifically so they don't have to do the search themselves. That's where you have to find your audience in the middle.
Hmm.
So now when this person comes back here and they need to find women, it's funny how more women look at gun clubs than men.
Interesting.
Right there. So basically auto deals the list, and now if your user wants to filter down it anymore, like okay, they want to find people. That's not going to work. I didn't do the drop down for that. But in terms of the white label, anything that you purchase for yourself, when you flip this admin switch, it brings you into this, where all of your databases are that you can resell.
Hmm.
So anything you purchase ends up under purchase databases right here.
Yeah.
And all of these purchase databases you get forever unless you cancel. And with any of these databases, you can add them to a plan. So if you want to make a plan, gun club, owner database, well, charge $100. Maybe you want to give them 2,000 leads a month for $100. And then you'd be able to select which database you want them to have. So
Hmm.
there you go. So now when they pay for the subscription and they log in for the first time, the custom database on your white label that have your name would pop up for them. So you're just basically separating everything you buy and you're able to resell it in different amounts.
Understood. What is it like a customary package? Like, so right now I already have, like, I was playing around with it yesterday and I saw the comedy leads that you uploaded yesterday. So I just kind of downloaded the 100 that I had available to me. Um, Now I don't, obviously I got to figure out what to do with the list, but um, or how to sell it. That's what I'm thinking about because I got an idea what to do with the list. Just trying to figure out how to sell it.
I would say you need to do first. So you have Go High Level, just set up an email thing for 5 days
Mhm.
and show someone when you show them the list, this is what you do with it. That's one thing that is important. People are stupid. Not people are stupid, but people don't put 3 and 2 together.
Right,
So
right.
That I found works best. And then making videos, you're a promoter. Make videos promoting what you do.
Understood.
And then when you have like another club promoter asking you how you're doing it, you can sell it to other club promoters too. That was the other thing I was thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
There's club owners just find the club promoters who are more hungry. So why not find all the club promoters and give them a software to bring people in the door?
Yeah, that's what that's kind of the direction I was moving into, because either that or going a little bit higher level and kind of moving it from an investor standpoint, because most of what I do is an investment anyway. So instead of selling it to them, I could just come into the venue as a partner and be the promoter, if you will, for them.
That's the cleanest, best way that you'll get business. Because if you can actually perform, it's a no-brainer. Like everyone will say yes and you'll get paid. It's just how do you deliver it? You know what I mean? Like how do you replicate it, this, that, the other? And that's why I'm saying, I think if you download a list, make a 5-10 day email sequence. I'm not sure exactly what the email should be, because this is a totally different space of consumer interest versus, business interest.
Right.
So, and that's what I would put together. I mean, you don't want to do their go high level, but at the very least, show people what you do with the data so they know they're not in this alone, that you're doing it too. Because it makes my sale a lot easier when I can say, do the emails work? Well, of course they work. I accidentally sent out 450,000 emails today.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I made a mistake and sent all these emails.
Wow.
And I'm glad they stopped delivering. I turned it off here, but the emails are good. They are good.
Yeah.
And then when you can show people like, yo, look what I did. I sent out 1.6 million. Oh man, I'm so upset I messed my metrics up. It was perfect for the longest time.
Right. So you're not using Go High Level for that, though. I know you mentioned that yesterday in the talk.
Yeah, I only use Go High Level. I mean, there's no software that's a magic formula other than just doing it.
Right.
I keep saying.
Right, for sure. Because I'm thinking about moving. Go High Level was kind of expensive.
No, they have a $99 plan.
Yeah.
I have a $99 one.
There's also a cost this cost to send the emails. It's not free, so
it's not a penny per email. So I mean,
it's nominal.
It's nominal. I mean, and the thing is, if you send one email to someone, you'll never get any type of action, right? It's right. The muscle memory, having them get the pattern, and maybe only sending people who open it. And I don't do only people who open it because I don't need to, because my audience is broad enough. But with something like this, see who opened 3 emails in a row for club promotions or whatever it is, music events. And you can also tag surveys into it, I'm thinking.
Right. Yeah. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I was thinking that too. And then, just having a social proof too, just actually doing it. Because I have a show coming up on the 13th. So I'm thinking about just kind of trying it for that show.
Where is it located, the show?
In Charlotte, yeah.
Is it comedy or music?
Comedy.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I'm thinking about just seeing with the best bang we can get for our bucks, if we could get something going on with it. I got the data. I mean, I got the 100 leads. Oh, snake! I don't know what I just did. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Yeah.
Oh, I still have the 100 leads, but I would have to pay for. So how do I get the rest of the leads? I know it was 8,000 of them or something like that. I just got to pay for them, and then
500, and you can download unlimited. And probably in 2 weeks, I'll upload more for you. Just ask me, so that way you get another 8,000 in the area you're in.
Right. Okay. So I'm thinking about just putting the email sequence together, trying the 100 that I have, and then seeing what I can get going on with that. And then, if I get any traction at all, then I'll be more inclined to go ahead and get the rest of them. What do you think about that strategy? Or do you think I should just get all of them and try to run them all through at the same time?
Well, where are you going to run the emails through?
I'm thinking Go High Level, using my Go High Level.
I mean, 100. So a good open rate for me is 7%. So if you send 100, 7 people are going to open it, and I have about a click-through rate of 0.5%. So in terms of numbers, only half a person would click if I use that amount, I can, being it's only, so do you have Go High Level already set up? Like, do you already, you don't have it paid for yet, right?
I have it already paid for, but I haven't paid for it this month, so it's kind of on pause. But I could just pay the $97 and have reactivate it.
That's your best bet, because I do think that's 100's not going to do it justice. You know what I mean? Like I put 22,000 people through the main email sequence. I do 2,000 of them are opted in, and the other 20,000 are cold. So 8,000 is more than enough, though, because I mean 8,000 is definitely more than enough, because even though I get 100,000 leads a week for people looking up data, I don't actually put all 100,000 in, because I don't need to, because I don't have enough bandwidth of people to talk with everybody.
Right.
But 22,000 keeps me busy. Like, I haven't had to add any to this at all. Like, the last time I added a bulk amount, all the way, man, probably 5 or 6 days ago, I added 2,000 people.
Right.
And you see my open rate. It's not incredibly high. It's average. But what I'm paying attention to is this: unsubscribed. Because if you keep opening my email, like, and I scroll down months later, and similar people open the same see, my open rate doubled from that 5%.
Right.
And now, okay, these people are the same people opening, maybe, but this is what it takes, I would say. And you have their cell phone, so if you see them opening the email, text them directly. I mean, you have to think on your feet. Intuitiveness is what I call it, and someone that does what you do would be good at that. You're not a prima donna that expects everything handed, like real estate agents, for instance.
Right. Yeah, they get on my nerves. I was selling SaaS in the real estate space and got out of that shit, bro.
Yeah. Mortgage people are cool. But yeah, I would definitely say give it a go. I mean, I can give you a $299 plan, take some money off, because I do want this to work, because if you prove this works, that's awesome for me.
Right. And then I could, I'm planning to run it up. All right. So, yeah, I think that I'm going to definitely give that a try, because I feel like, all right. So as far as the implementation though is concerned, how do I tap you in to help me with that? Because some of the setting it up portion, I've never used a data list, so I'm trying to figure out I got to figure out how to use it actually.
So at 5 to 7 o'clock every night, there's something that's open office that we started, where you can just come in and ask those questions. Where I hired someone who knows all of that, just to sit in it. He's an American too. So he'll just be in that Zoom room 2 hours every day. And then we have a webinar on Friday, which is just for paying people. And not everyone shows up. You might be the only one there. You know what I mean? That's like one-on-one help for an hour.
Right. Love it. So how do I get access to the gentleman is it like, that's only for the paid subscription?
I'm sorry, I missed that. What was that?
The gentleman that you hired to answer the questions, how do I get access to him?
He's gonna actually start reaching out to you. So once you pay, it's on his thing to literally reach out and see what you're doing and be like, okay, I see you're doing this. What do you need help with this? And I'll give you his number directly too. Because yeah, once we get clients in and they're subscribed, like, no one really thinks about how do you keep them, and that's the hard part's getting them. So might as well do a good job. If your name is not Wes, do not buy this.
Yeah, I was in there playing with it for last night. First, I text you like, I don't know what to do with this, but then I figured I was just sitting here playing with it. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I found the list, and then I found out how to download it. I have it.
And I would say that might be the hardest part. Like, if you can figure out process, the emailing you can definitely figure out, right? It's not like, it's definitely hard, but it's not hard if you're a process guy that can see things like that.
Right. I don't necessarily say that I'm one of the process guys, but I know how to. I'm resourceful. I'll figure some shit out. If
That's
I can't do it, I'll find somebody to help me.
figure it out. Yep, that's the right mentality. And
Yes.
I honestly wouldn't find anyone to help you. That's one thing I would stay away from, because no one, I don't want to say no one's like me, but I'm abundantly honest, and everyone who tries to tell you they can help you with Go High Level, they don't know how to do it themselves, right? It's just they're trying to get hired to do something because everyone needs money.
Oh, I know. I spent a fortune already hiring fucking virtual assistants in Pakistan and Philippines and then Extendly and HL Pro Tools. I mean, bro, I've tried to source help and I gave up on that shit. I'm rolling up my sleeves now. I'm doing it myself.
That's the best way to do it. I never hired anyone. Just I would just hear experiences over 5 years, and I'm like, we do that for free, right? But yeah, so the emailing I think will work with these 8,000. I do think it can work, and you have like an event page to send them to, so that way you can capture the traffic. Like, what do you have in that pipeline so they, make sure?
Right now, not much. Quite honestly, digitally. So when my Go High Level was set up as a white label, as a SaaS, and I was doing the real estate space. So I wasn't even doing these events at the time. I was doing the white label, and I just kind of shut that down about 2 months ago because it was just like, fulfillment became blotchy. I had some issues with that, and it was, I don't want to get talking about the ups and downs, but um, I feel like this is the
Yeah.
clean, and I wanted to remove all of the overhead and all of the, because this wasn't really working.
Yeah, got it. So this is interesting, man. I do think it's gonna work, because you're not, especially if you filter the age range, right? Like and you're doing texting maybe like that. I wouldn't do texting just yet, but I'm just thinking like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be terribly hard for you to speak with. Oh, let me ask you this. How do you make money? I mean, you were telling me, all right, 60 grand, they can just pay you half, but how do you earn that? What do you have to perform on? Is it sales within the club, or what is the actual?
Yeah, so ticket sales, they primarily ticket sales. So here's the deal, right? The way it's currently set up is that as promoters, quote unquote promoters, we get paid per how many people come in the door. The bar or the establishment will let us keep all of the door.
Oh, really?
I want to get to the point where they give me a piece of the bar. And the only way I can see that happening is if we bring in enough people, for instance. And I was trying to explain it to my business partner. He's like, "No, that'll never happen because they don't do that." But I'm like, "Well, they do pay artists 50,000, and
They
that's
should if you're bringing money in. Money talks.
exactly. That's what I'm saying too. Like, if we could bring in enough people into the door without them having to pay 50,000 for an artist, they could give us half of that. So, but yeah. Anyway, the reason why I'm saying that is the way I make money now is just strictly off the door. But I'm looking to make money and bottles. They let us sell bottles too.
Okay.
Bottle services and stuff.
What's the ticket cost? $20, $100?
Oh, it depends on the event, but the ones that we have coming up now is $25.
And how many tickets do you need to sell and to make it worth your while technically? Or is this more of like, hey, you just want to keep proving that you can bring people in to level up?
Yeah, right now, because it's crazy because how I ended up in that space, in kind of moving in this space, because I was doing my own private parties, and then club owners started coming to us trying to figure out how to get more traction. And I thought that was odd. I was like, I thought you already had that figured out. But what I'm realizing is that most club owners don't even have a clue.
They don't know shit. Most club owners are like these old ass white guys.
Yeah, they don't have a clue, bro. I'm telling you. And then it was because so most of the clubs were strip clubs at the time. So we went from strip clubs, and then we started looking at more mainstream clubs, and they all have the same issues, trying to get traffic, people in the door. And I'm like, well, if I could solve that big problem for them, then obviously we could make some real dough. So we started doing our own shows, and they do well. So we don't have. I mean, I have shows where I break even, or I make a couple $100, but I got we're building relationships with these owners too.
I'll help you with this. Like I know this space when I was in college. I worked in clubs for like 5 years, so that like I was always fascinated how
Yeah, I did security for a little while too. Now, so I'm saying I was in these spaces and they just came to me. I wasn't seeking because I was for quite a bit of time. I was looking for a vertical, like a, when you're doing marketing, you got to be, you got to have a niche. And I was kind of looking for that, and it just kind of fell in my lap. I wasn't even looking for this one. It's like, well, if you could get people to come out to these events, then there's a huge fortune to be made. I made pretty good money last year just doing shows.
Yeah, that's why I like the potential because like the manager that I worked with for a while, I mean, he made 200 grand a year just working 4 nights a week doing
Yeah,
people in the door. I'm like, why do you have a real estate job?
right, right. And they don't even. And the crazy part is, it's only a 4 day work week. Like, I mean, and in four, I'm stretching to four because you're gonna have an off day, but really it's a 3 day. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I mean, that's the biggest nights for the clubs. Other than that, you might get an ancillary day like a Thursday or Tuesday. I mean, like a Tuesday or a Monday where they do something, but they're not expecting any revenue from the days. The days they expect the revenue is those 3 days. So if you can put those numbers up in just 3 days, I mean, it's just a great opportunity to really make some serious cash real fast.
So out of that 8,000 people, was that all ages or was that within a certain age range?
No, I put the 25 to 60 to 70. But when it did the filter, it started at, I mean, most of them are middle age. I think it was only maybe 125, but in the list that I got, not the 8,000 out of the 100, it was primarily people in my age group, like in the middle 40s and stuff.
Yeah, because that was comedy club. So I mean, that's probably
Yeah.
the more mature thing.
Yeah, and that's hyping niche down too. I mean, people searching for. So let me the leads that were uploaded. Those are people that were looking for or typed in as a search engine, comedy clubs. But you said that there's some time in between those leads being fresh and then there being like some lag, I guess, like, for lack of a better word, right?
Yeah, it's like it's 1 to 7 days prior.
Okay. Well, shit, that's still good. That's still enough time. I was thinking that the margin was far longer than that. I think you were talking about it's like 2, 3 weeks out.
No, maybe in 3 weeks that database you have will be 3 weeks out. But no, I mean when we build a new one, it's last 7 days.
Oh, nice. All right. And how I mean, how big can the list get though? I mean, it is limited by how many people search, or is there other metrics that we use to find data?
So it's up to 500,000 per search. So I mean, if you do real estate, and I did real estate male, real estate female, I'll still pull over 500,000 in each group. So
Mhm.
comedy club, that was the whole country. I think that was the whole country, right?
I believe so. Yeah, because the first number, well, no, I think 8,000 was the cut down from when I did my. I think the number was even bigger. Let me see if I can check real quick. I'm pretty sure it was bigger. Oh, where the hell is it? Oh wait, I don't have it pulled up. Yeah, but I'm thinking that it was bigger. I don't have it pulled up right now, and I don't want to. It's going to take me a lot longer to find it than you would. 'Cause you're familiar with the system.
Yeah, if you go to custom databases and type in Control F or Command F, and then just type in comedy, it'll pop up. It'll bounce around the left side for you.
Yes. I don't even know why. Now, if I go where? See that? See that?
Go to custom databases, you're in that area,
Yep, got you. Yep.
and then hit Control F if you're on a PC, Command F if you're on a Mac, and then just type in comedy. On the left side, it should jump to there for you.
And you said on the left side for comedy.
Yeah. Well, after you hit Control F, there should be a pop-up that you can type in.
Yeah, there's a pop up. It's a let me see. And for comedy shows.
Is that what I named it? I don't remember.
Nah, it was named shit.
See, comedy. Let me see. Show. Uh,
Hold up. So yeah, I don't know how to work this show because you said on the Mac I push Command and the up button.
Command F. F.
Oh,
F as in Frank. F as in find.
God, yeah, it came up. I think on comedy. I don't know what it was.
I'm looking right now what it's called. I may have named it something weird.
Oh, live comedy Charlotte. It says live comedy.
There it is, live comedy.
Yeah, the live comedy.
Oh no, there was 319,000 in the whole country this year.
Right. I knew it was a bigger number, and then I chopped it down to just Charlotte, and that came out to 8,000 and some change.
That's not bad. 8,000 just in Charlotte. That's actually much more.
Yeah.
I think.
That's what I was thinking. Out of 8,000 of those leads, I should be able to get some traction from that. Especially
the other thing you can do is just do different postal codes that are surrounding it, because you may have Charlotte City or City Charlotte as a small little area or whatever you want to call it, and pick up those little people that are hidden too.
Nice, yeah. Because that's really what we want to do, is get the surrounding areas too. So it's interesting because I had another guy who does real estate, and he's moving into doing. Well, I have two guys that are doing this and whatnot, and they want me to help them. And I don't know how this kind of plays into that. And this is kind of, I don't want to be all over the place because I got people coming to me for different things. Because I also have the high risk industry. I got a gentleman who has a cannabis brand and a couple of people with cannabis brands, but I don't really want to focus on that. I want to focus on the events. And I also have got a couple of my friends who have real estate. Like one of my guys, he does tax liens and tax deeds. So I helped him build out the tax lien mastermind course. So he's selling his services like as um a do it for you, do it with you, and a do it yourself type of deal. And then I have another gentleman. He wants to charge people $10,000 and just do tours, like go on tour and do speaking engagements on tour. I know I'm all over the place.
I would think it all ties into promotion, right? So I mean,
yeah, basically, exactly. So that's why I'm so focused on data, because I'm like, okay, if I can move any audience, that audience, or just be able to bring people to people, that's real money in that. That's obvious, right?
yeah, that all ties in. It all fits together exactly. Because the same email copy would be probably similar in terms of getting people to engage.
Damn, I got fucking okay. Let me go. Yeah, all right. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I think this is a good start. This is a good start. I want to be able to sell it to them. I know. Well, at some point I get to selling it to them, but I want to do it first. So I like that concept. I like the idea of just kind of rolling up my sleeves and doing it myself, doing it for some of my events, or at least my event, and then I could be able to see how I can spread this out to other verticals, or niches, if you will.
Yeah, that's definitely the best place. And then the white label is already included, so it doesn't cost anything extra. And the whole idea is you work on it while you want to, once you figure some stuff out. So there's no extra charge for you to play around with it and slowly build it up.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and send the payment over, but I have to pay for Go High Little. I got to get some stuff moved around first, and then I'll get that squared away.
Yeah.
And then I have to obviously build out the campaign with the emails and all of that stuff too, which is no big deal. That's pretty simple. And then we go from there. What to say is a whole nother thing, but I'll be working on that.
What was that thing? What did you just say? I'm sorry.
I said what I'm going to say in these emails is a whole nother conversation, but I'll be working on that.
Yeah, that's going to be the fun part for you, figuring out what people respond to.
Tell me about it. That's the iteration after iteration. Let's see.
Are there any other questions you have for now?
No, I don't, man. I do really appreciate your help, and I'm getting excited about this data, man, because I just know that once I can turn on the water faucet, it's gonna be a lot of money in the pockets.
It definitely is, and then doing it yourself first makes it all much easier. So, yeah, any questions you have, just reach out to me, and I can help you with any of that.
I will do that. Definitely gonna reach out. You're probably gonna get annoyed with me, but forgive me. I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Did I give you my cell phone yet?
No, you didn't.
All right, I just dropped that in the chat. If you have WhatsApp, if you have iMessage, use iMessage. If you don't have iMessage, use WhatsApp.
Yeah, I do have iMessage. I have WhatsApp also. So
yeah, just use iMessage then. If that's easier first. Just WhatsApp the backup if
okay.
So it's in front of me.
I'm getting a little older, so my eyeballs don't see as well as they used to. That's 631-377 63141. All right, I got it.
I put the spaces.
All right. Thank you, Brian. I really appreciate your help. I'll get to work on this, and I'll be with you here shortly.
All right, sounds good, Wes. I'm here when you need me.
Thank you.
All right, later.